Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to Boardwalk Hall and the famed Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey for tonight's main event. 10 rounds, middleweights going at it between these two great warriors. Carlson's got his eye on the prize. He has complete focus on his ring walk here. Corey Spinks is making his way to the ring right now. Boy, and he's not bashful at all, is he? Look at him, confidently making his way down for this contest.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Magic Man Carlson. And his opponents, fighting out of the red corner, Spinks.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
A little get to know you here in the opening round scheduled for 10.
Throughout your training career, what did you consistently feel more comfortable with? Training the shorter guy against the taller guy, or the taller guy against the shorter guy?
Well, you can't teach tall. You know what? That's there or not. I love to have those kind of advantages physically. You just have to make sure that you teach them to fight tall.
Way to block there. Not hitting his...
Would you rather have a fighter who's feared or a fighter who's fearless?
I feel like I'm talking to Sonny from the Bronx Tale, but I think that I would rather have a guy that has fear, because he's going to be smart all the time. He's going to be a guy that's going to be aware of things that you need to be aware of. If he's so-called fearless, he's going to walk into all kinds of things that are not going to allow him to be a fighter.
Punches and bunches, combination up top. Spinks is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. It is a seesaw battle early on here. Amazing stuff out of these two. Really a lot of consistency from him with the right hand. And the bell rings, signifying the end of the round. Carlson's punch stats numbers are impressive. Here we go. Round 2 is underway. A headshot blocked. Fires right back at him. Double jab by Magic Man. And Spinks comes back with a counter punch. Halfway through round number 2. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Carlson's an undefeated fighter coming into this fight. punch lands from Corey Spinks. Spinks is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Carlson's commitment to being judicious and effective really worked out well there. The punch stats prove it.
Very, very good.
And round number 3 is underway.
Keep working the chest.
Oh, and he comes in again, landing well. Wow! He falls victim to that big hook. Oh, and look at this, Teddy, wasting no time getting to know each other.
No, they came right.
Oh, he's in bad shape here. He's stunned and he's wobbly.
The only thing he has going for him is he's not a fighter that uses his legs anyway, and you can't use him right now. He's a guy that likes to move his head. He's got to start doing that. Try to cement those feet down the best he can and get some head movement.
He's going around now, Teddy, like his legs are made out of wet noodles.
Yeah, and my mother was boiling the water because she used to make sure that that water boiled and boiled was never al dente. These legs are not al dente.
He is staggered and stumbling. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Teddy, he's wobbling all over the ring.
You know, Joe, he can't use his legs right now, so he wishes, and it's too late for it because he wasn't taught, but he wishes he was a guy who was taught how to slip right in front of a guy and make the guy miss. Then at least he could do that. Right now, his only chance is to grab because the legs are not going to be there for him.
Went to the body there, but unable to connect. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Teddy, he may go down just by stumbling the...
Stop moving. Actually, you never want to fight on the ropes. This is one time he probably needs to be on the ropes just to steady him and then move his head a little bit. That might be his only shot.
10 clicks of the talk. Teddy, he may go down just by stumbling the way he's bumbling around this ring.
Well, he's got to stop moving. Actually, you never want to fight on the ropes. This is one time he probably needs to be on the ropes just to steady him and then move his head a little bit. That might be his only shot.
Blocks the headshot. Spinks is making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. Spinks is showing that he doesn't have any head movement defensively whatsoever. What else is there, Ted?
Well, there's legs. Start using your legs a little bit. Get out of range. One way or the other, get out of the other man's talking place.
Corey Spinks has got those earmuffs on, and he's got his hands tight against his body. But Teddy, still, some things are getting through.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like driving a car, Joe, you know, and the weather's a little bad, and you say, I want to be safe here, I'm going to stop the car. You don't stop and park the car in the middle of the highway where cars are coming. I mean, he stopped right there in the middle of the highway. Cars are coming. You know, pull off somewhere. You know, get the heck out of there. Find the right parking spot.
We just have not seen the big shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
Carlson's being smart on the outside. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Wow, is he defensively sound. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Parries that punch intended for the head. It is unbelievable to sit back and just watch what these guys are willing to give and to take. Wow, what a fight. Holy cow! Corey Spinks is stunned and he is hurt. He is stunned, but somehow manages to have the wherewithal to hold on. Carlson's doing really well on the outside, utilizing his jabs. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards, but you can just see the style of fight that this is, Ben. He's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better, you touched on, that he's a human being like anybody else. We look at the guy's record, we think of what kind of fight it's going to be. He looked at it, he thought it was going to be a little easier than it's turning out.
Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Good two-punch combo by Magic Man. Corey Spinks is starting to bleed from the nose. Carlson's performance in the first half of this fight, Teddy, has me thinking that he could get a knockout win.
And it has him thinking that too. And if you can get a knockout, hey, part of this is entertainment, part of it is getting paid. The more knockouts, the more entertaining, the more you get paid. You can believe it, Joe, he's going after that.
Has always had good defense, able to block that. Corey Spinks is dealing with the aftermath of being rocked, but yet he hasn't changed anything. He's still sticking with that style.
Well, that means panic has not set in. That's a good thing, Joe. He still believes he can get this thing done the way he came here to get it done.
Carlson's got to deal with a cut cheek. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Corey Spinks is stunned, and he is hurt. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Hey, I thought he was going to be knocked out just moments ago, but he has survived this.
Well, he has a granite chin.
Corey Spinks has got to deal with a cut on his cheek right now. The good news is it's below the eye, but still, it could get nasty as the fight progresses. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. 60 seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Blocks the headshot. Well, what do they say, Teddy? Something's got to stick. That combination was something.
Well, you know what it was? The first couple punches were throwaway punches, set up the later punches.
Final 10 seconds. There it is! Carlson's almost out of it there. He was stunned. Here we go. Action to start the 7th round. Carlson's coming out for this round here, knowing that he was tagged in that last round, Teddy. Now, different guys react in different ways when that happens. It can either bring you up or bring you down. Exactly.
You hit it head on, you embrace it. You embrace it as a challenge. You say, okay, I'm going to show what I'm made of. Or you start to become small. You start to vanish a little bit.
Carlson's doing a nice job being comfortable on the outside. Carlson's shown us that if he pulls this trigger, he's hitting that target. His accuracy is great.
Well, that's part of his ability. You know, I mean, it's not just his hand speed and that he's technically good. You know, he's got a little bit of pop, but he knows when to throw. See, that's important, Joe. Knowing when to let the hands go. He knows exactly what time it is.
Halfway through the 7th round. Good counter punch by Corey. How is he able to do this? How is he able to take these shots?
You know, one time Muhammad Ali talked about taking a chin. He had one of the great chins of all time. And what he basically talked about was that when you start to get hit those shots, you start to go down a hallway. And then you go into a gray room. You go from a light room to a gray room. And at the end of the hallway, you see a dark room. You don't want to go to that dark room. And you have a choice. You put your feet down, you start backing up. I'm not going to that dark room. This guy is not being taken to that dark room.
Carlson's doing an extraordinary job of never giving his opponent the chance to get back in this fight. Just like we saw in that last round there, he's way up on your scorecard.
Yeah, I have way up, and more importantly, you touched on it. It's the kind of fight he wants. You know, it's in his element. It's sort of in his pool, so to speak, his waters. You know, it's an outside fight. It's a jabbing fight. Everything he likes.
Carlson's just trying to push away. He wants to breathe a little. Nice block. Carlson's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Corey Spinks is not showing us that he understands just how effective he can be if he went downstairs against his opponent.
Yeah, well, you know what you're saying, Joe? You're taking a peek and you're taking a swipe without meaning at his trainers. Because what he's telling you is he hasn't been taught some of the rudiments of boxing. That when you hurt a guy, you should go downstairs to finish him.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. It's hard to believe that he can win this fight on the scorecards. That means it's do or die at this point. You got to go for broke.
Yeah, that means that you got to come up with that Hail Mary pass. Now, when you come up with that Hail Mary pass, you don't just chuck the ball. You have to have a receiver down there. You have to make sure that he's running a certain route. Right now, he's got to look for one spot, something to land that shot.
Nice combination, throwing more than one, both scored there. And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
What an excellent two-punch combo by Magic Man. Carlson's doing a good job of putting his punches together. His opponent's got to be wondering, how do I stop this?
Well, right now, you made a good point there, because right now his opponent is wondering too much. You know, he's just busy blocking the punches, wondering about the combinations he's not getting off.
Punch lands from Corey Spinks. Nice block by Magic Man. Carlson's got to be really careful there, Teddy. I mean, he's leaving himself wide open.
And what's going to happen next? See, you know, he's leaving himself open. He hasn't paid for anything yet, but that will be coming.
There it is! Holy cow! Carlson's down and hurt. So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Jab, hook to the body. Wow, did he do that well. Harry brings the jab right hand. Carlson's doing it just the way he wants to do it, and that last round kind of sums up the whole fight. In complete control. He's up on the scorecards, heading towards another victory.
And he's up on my scorecard. Now he just has to be careful that he doesn't get careless, he doesn't get reckless.
Committing to the combo now, both land. Three consecutive punches by Magic Man. Good block. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Spinks is making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. To go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Corey Spinks is making for a very inviting target right now. You can see the blood around that eye. The cut is obviously worse than it was just moments ago. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. All the rounds in the books for the official decision. Let's send it up to the ring.
Tonight, the judges have reached a unanimous decision. Your winner, Magic Man Carlson.
Carlson's your winner by unanimous decision. All three judges giving it to him.
I didn't agree with the judges completely, but they got the right guy winning.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us, everyone.